Hello everyone and welcome back to my mini-series, The Story So Far, where I go and explain some of the different types of videos that I've made over my time on YouTube. For today, it's going to be a much shorter episode as I talk about the podcast series that I do. Unlike my movie reviews and unlike Return To, my podcast has much less videos, and I also started it a long time after I started doing Return To and movie reviews. And comparative to those and Let's Plays and things like that, it's pretty short in terms of a series of videos that I've done. So why did I want to do a podcast? Well, I had done a lot of miscellaneous topic videos over the course of the channel, and I was thinking to myself, how do I want to brand this? Because I wanted to do it consistently, but I kind of felt like I was forcing myself to just make these random videos that kind of didn't fit with the channel overall. It was mostly just stuff that I just wanted to talk about, so I figured, hey, podcasts are getting popular. Why don't I just do my own? It's like making a video, but it's just me talking. So that's pretty easy, actually. And thus, the Ravade podcast was born. As a placeholder name that I stuck with, probably just gonna keep sticking with it, because why not? It's on my channel, which is called Ravade, so the Ravade podcast, that's what it's called. That's what it looks like here in this beautiful image I've imposed on the screen. The Ravade podcast ends up being roughly 20-minute long podcast of me just talking about current things that are happening in the world and random topics, and just clearly as not an expert on anything, talking about those things. These things range from comic book stuff to just anything. A lot of it wound up talking about COVID-19, which I really don't want to talk about anymore, so here's the reference to that. While on the podcast, I had some guests. I had Michael from Return To, Jake, who was in another movie review that I did for Ant-Man and the Wasp a long time ago, and Kestrel Tapes, who a couple people thought we were the same person, which I am here to confirm. That is not true. And that's really all I have to say about the Ravade podcast. I stopped doing it with the start of this year. I'm going to come back to doing it, and but this is the story so far. So as for what the future holds, it's not really important to this video. It's gonna come back in some capacity. It'll be a little bit different, but yeah. So podcast is just me talking about things. I took a very different approach with it compared to Return To, sort of the opposite approach of not planning out anything. I just, here's some things to talk about and just ramble. That's really what more of it. It's more of a ramble than a podcast, but yeah, that's my podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you're looking forward to what the future for that podcast has in store. As well as the rest of the channel. So thank you all for watching. Goodbye.